Greetings, dear friends. Here at Pesach Ministries, we are a Bible expository ministry. We are not a political organisation, we are a theological ministry. Therefore, our messages would normally be theological rather than political. However, with a general election coming up this week, and in light of the choices that we are left with, unprecedented times calls for unprecedented measures. Now, our message today is to those who believe it is possible for a born-again Christian, for a child of God, to still support a party riddled with anti-Semites, led by a terrorist sympathiser who has open friendships and affiliations with terrorist organisations such as Hamas and Hezbollah. Now, these are organisations who are sworn enemies of Israel. They are committed to wiping Israel off the map and to murdering innocent Jews. And Jeremy Corbyn has openly and unashamedly called these people his friends. He has shared platforms with Islamist hate preachers and defended them and blocked their deportation when we tried to get these people out of our country. He has also refused on so many occasions to apologise for the anti-Semitism riddled within his party. Why do you think so many Labour MPs are now leaving the party, citing that they cannot morally remain in a party led by this man? Now, if you profess to be a born-again Christian, if you profess to be a child of God, and you still support this party, if your loyalty lies with Jeremy Corbyn, then let me tell you this: you do not have the Spirit of Christ living within you. It is impossible. And Romans 8:9 says that those who do not have the Spirit of Christ are none of his. Now, in regards to Israel, what did God say to the descendants of Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, verse 3? I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. Deuteronomy 14:2 says that Israel is God's special possession. Zechariah 2:8 says that Israel is the apple of God's eye. Now, think about this. This is what's important. 2 Corinthians 5:10 says that every single one of us will have to appear before the judgment seat of Christ to give an account of our life and our choices. What are you going to say to God when he asks you why you chose to support a party who is friends with sworn enemies of his chosen people? In light of what it says in Genesis 12:3, I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. What are you going to say to God when he asks you why you chose to support this party? Now, God's children are here to keep wickedness out of power, not to put it in power. If you support Jeremy Corbyn as a born-again Christian, then you are just as bad as him, because 2 John verse 11 says, whoever welcomes such a person shares in his wicked deeds. No born-again, spirit-filled, Bible-believing Christian could ever support such a man. This is a dangerous, dangerous man. And if you profess to be a disciple of Jesus Christ, if you profess to know the God of the Holy Bible, then let me tell you this: the God that you pray to every day is not the God of this holy word. You need to reconsider your salvation, your beliefs, and your commitment to the teachings in God's holy word. Now, what else does 2 Corinthians say? Chapter 13, verse 5, examine yourselves to see if you are in the faith. Does supporting a man who is friends with enemies of Israel, does that line up with what this book says a born-again Christian is? Now, I cannot tell you who to vote for. It is your God-given democratic right to vote for whoever you want to. I can't tell you who to vote for. But let me tell you this: if you choose to vote for Jeremy Corbyn on Thursday, the 12th of December, please do not call yourself a Christian. Please call yourself something else. Please call yourself anything other than Christian, because it confuses unbelievers.